That is the most random thing. It's one of those moments where you think about what you have done in the day to get to the point where you actually cross paths with someone. And here we have a situation where the entire thing's ruined. Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a lovely weekend and a relaxing Sunday. And I'm bringing you this video from my living room / kitchen. I'm back in the UK. My Dubai adventures have come to an end and my Rolls Royce adventures have also come to an end. And there is a reason why I'm bringing you this video with a slight delay. I would like to apologize that this video wasn't able to go live last Sunday as planned. And then last week, I was on a little bit of a road trip, but more on that to come. This video is presented in a slightly different way because there is a whole story about how this came about for me to drive a Black Badge Cullinan in the UK straight after driving Black Badge Ghost in Dubai. A whirlwind of things coming together and also things going wrong that in this video I will explain all. But we start back in October 2021 where this whole thing began.
This looks like Sam. Sam! Woo! Oh, he's in a baseball cap.
They are going to kill me. Where are we going? Now, I'm fully aware that the world has evolved and changed in so many ways in the last couple of years, and even more so from October 2021 to the present day when this video is being uploaded. But we go back to October 2021 when myself, Sam and Tony were so excited about the fact that international borders were reopening. Now that the COVID cases were reducing, we were able to travel through France and get ourselves down to Monaco and go on some old school classic, what we like to call the golden days of our YouTube road tripping automotive adventures. So myself, Sam and Tony were jumping in our cars and heading down to Monaco. Now around this time, what was going on behind the scenes of what you guys were seeing on our YouTube channels as we were in the GTR, the GT4 and Sam in the F-Type was our emails were blowing up. There were so many opportunities and adventures that we also could have done with manufacturers and businesses that were also recognizing that international borders were reopening and the world seemed to be getting back to normal. One of those opportunities that I had was to drive Rolls Royce Black Badge Ghost in the United Kingdom and spend 24 hours with that car and experiencing the world of Black Badge within the Rolls Royce brand. However, because we were in Europe, I had to turn that opportunity down. I then got a follow-up email saying, if you cannot make the UK drive, that's not a problem, because we're also hosting journalists and media YouTubers in the UAE, in Dubai, to experience the car, if that's of interest. I went, hold on a minute.
We have started the Black Badge Ghost in the most frantic of style. Rolls-Royce called the Black Badge their alter ego, and we have become the outlaws from the Rolls-Royce group. There are convoys heading in that direction there, but we're heading in that direction over here in our only car, and we've got to meet up with the rest of the gang. I will explain more when we get to our first location, but fundamentally, we're going off-piste. Going on here, but all of a sudden everyone's starting to pay attention to the car, and also me stood in the middle of the road holding a camera. So let's jump in, head through the city and out to a secret location that Rolls-Royce have set up to us. But first, look at the sky over there. You do not get that in the winter in the United Kingdom. You also don't get that beautiful skyline that now that the sun's coming down, the lights are being lit up on the tower. It is a stunning place for a stunning car.
The first immediate problem that I faced holding cameras that didn't work at nighttime, or they did, they just required a hell of a lot of lighting, was the fact that we started our drive at 4:45 p.m. as the sun was setting. And I don't know whether it was my mind playing games on me, but that sun took about 2 minutes to set. I was terrified from a creative point of view that from the moment that we lost light, my video would go from bad to worse. I was terrified of what my video would look like in the pitch black, knowing that my cameras didn't particularly work. So we're going from bad to worse because we started in Dubai's downtown, which is where all of their offices are, at 4:45 p.m. on a Thursday, which I believe is their Friday, because Friday and Saturday are their weekends. And it was so busy that there was not a single opportunity to get out of the city or get to a photographic location in time before the sun was setting. So as you can see, I've parked up with the Dubai skyline behind me and the sun's already set. The sun has gone, which means within the space of 20 minutes, so's the light. Over the years, Rolls Royce have been communicating with a group of people that the luxury market brands have not necessarily provided products suited to their tastes and characteristics. And we saw it prior to Black Badge. People were buying Rolls Royces because they desired the brand, this uncompromising level of luxury, and they were painting the Spirit of Ecstasy black. You saw this blacked out, de-chromed phase come into the Rolls Royce world, and Rolls Royce have captured that, and they've gone that one step further. It's not just a case of de-chroming the car and making them look cool, because in my opinion, I would always go and order a Black Badge. But there's so much more to the character of this car that sets it apart from a standard Ghost. Almost outlaw feeling of driving a wrong Rolls Royce, but it feels so right. There's something cool and something, I think I hit the nail on the head. There's something wrong, but something so right about a Black Badge. For the last 5 minutes, this laptop has been making the weirdest noises whilst I'm editing this. I don't know whether it's going to catch fire or the video is going to delete itself. Both have been known to happen. But that GoPro footage right there is all that I got. That's all that was usable. 20 miles an hour in traffic through the Dubai city centre. It doesn't make any sense to create a YouTube video out of that. It's barely enough for an Instagram reel or a TikTok. So what we did, between myself and Rolls Royce, we came up with a plan. We could continue telling this story of my Rolls Royce adventure in London by heading down to the Mayfair showroom to collect a Black Badge Cullinan. Now you join me in the specking room where you can't smell what I can smell, but the level of ambience that is here with the music that's playing, the smells, the senses are soothed as you come in here, and customers will spend hours, if not days, in here because there are so many color combinations and specification options that you can go through. But also, specking a brand new Rolls Royce is one thing that I think I will only ever dream of. But to come in here and be greeted with such an array of different colours shows how far Rolls Royce have come, and especially with the Black Badge being introduced to all of the lines. It means now that you can really take your customization to the next level, and this is the place that you would do that. You've got the umbrellas down on this side, you've got the wheels down on this side, and I've seen a variety of automotive manufacturers and dealerships try and create the perfect specification room. But as you can imagine, Rolls Royce have actually gone and done it. You can see everything, and with the screen in front, you can tailor your entire tastes and wants and needs to your car. So I think I'm going to kick back in here, I'm going to have a glass of sparkling water and go through the specification options of a Black Badge Cullinan. It is completely... I never thought that a car so large and box-like could be so elegant at the same time. This is a completely different driving experience to that of what I've just experienced in Dubai. The thing with Dubai is when you get out of the main roads, you can have some real fun on the back streets, whereas in London, the back streets are probably more stressful in a Rolls Royce than the main roads. So my goal really is I'm going to spend as little amount of time in central London as possible, but at the same time the weather's not too bad, so if I see any cool cars I'll be sure to film it. But then I'm heading out, I'm experiencing the car and what it's like to live with such a ridiculous daily driver. The best bit about this car goes way back 4 or 5 years ago to Dubai, where I had a black badge Dawn from Rolls Royce. I was with Carms and I pranked him and told him that he was insured on the car, and in fact he wasn't insured on the car, and I had to stop him before we got out of the private car park so that I could then drive the car and we could carry on with our day-to-day business. So we had amazing experiences with the Rolls Royce in Dubai, and Carms experienced it all from the passenger seat. So at the end of this drive, I'm gonna take this car to Carms and give it to him. I do not believe what has just happened. Oh, look in that wing mirror. The face of a... What are you doing here?
What are you doing? This is my home. You're in my
You're
premises.
ruining an entire week's worth of video planning by being here.
I've got this car and this is the most last minute thing ever to come to this point.
Right.
Because I've just come out of Mayfair and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get some static photos. This is obviously the place to come.
Yeah.
I just assumed that you'd be in your Monday to Friday job.
Yeah, I am.
I've just been I've just been to Mayfair Rolls Royce. None of them told me that you were in today, and this is the most last minute thing ever. And I've just been saying on here like how, this is the coolest ending to the video ever. If you remember back in Dubai when I pranked Carms about telling him that he's insured on the Black Badge Dawn.
Still fuming about that.
yeah. So this kind of ruins everything, because we'd arranged with Rolls Royce that I'd deliver this car to you on Friday without you knowing. And you've ruined everything. So
I guess I've kind of got my revenge on that prank then.
That is the most random thing.
It's one of those moments where you think about what you have done in the day to get to the point where you actually cross paths with someone. It's quite scary when you think about it, the coincidences and the decisions that I've made throughout the day to get to the point where I've crossed over with Carms whilst I'm filming a video which is supposed to be a surprise for him, where he gets this car at the end of the week. And here we have a situation where the entire thing's ruined. So in summary, in October 2021, I got invited to drive Black Badge Ghost. I couldn't attend. It was a UK event. I was on my European road trip. That then got rescheduled to Dubai, where I had an amazing time, but I wasn't able to portray the beautiful car in all of its glory because the majority of the video was at night. I had fun in Dubai. I was able to visit dealerships and check out some of the most ridiculous cars for sale. But here we are, slightly delayed. I tried to spin the story with Carms in the Black Badge Cullinan, and he bumped into me 2 minutes after I collected it. There was a whole story about how I was in Dubai with Carms 6 years ago. I pranked him with Black Badge Dawn, and here I am repaying the favor by delivering a Black Badge Cullinan, and the coincidence ruined the video. And here we are. I don't have a Cullinan anymore. That sadly went back, and Carms had an amazing time with it. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I had no idea what to do with all of this footage because there wasn't really a flowing story. I had no idea how to turn it into a YouTube video, and it was Sam's idea from Seen Through Glass as we filmed after the checkered flag for the pre-season build-up before the race this weekend in Bahrain. So that is how I've got to experience 2 Rolls Royces for the price of 1. And I flew to Dubai as well. I mean, a completely ridiculous story, but one I had to share. So ladies and gentlemen, normal processes will resume, and the next video, you will get to see the car that I am currently driving around in. It is a load of fun. It is hilarious. It goes sideways like you would not believe, and there is so much content to come. Now that I'm back from Dubai, I'm spending some time in the UK. I need to buy a car. I need to go on a few adventures, and there are a few people that I need to see, and I'll be bringing you along for the journey as well. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching and bearing with me whilst I tell you this story. I hope you've enjoyed this slightly different style of video.
I had no idea what I was going to do with the footage, but here we are. I will see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.